but I seen this. So
To the metaphors. Do remember
You are Muppets.
what we're doing today. I'm going to provide, in the best of my ability, a fair analysis of Asmongold's takes on topics that we overlap now. For the 0.000000000000007% of you who have never heard this name, I will try to provide a short, brief, but fair introduction to the man before we begin with the analysis of his.
okay, I want to see what he has to say. Now I never watched this guy before, so let's see what he has to say.
To do that, I'm going to disappear for a moment. Why? Well, because it's not about me, is it? Alright, Asmongold is a gaming streamer, at least at his original core, who managed to reach impressive notoriety to the point that he's one of the most viewed streamers on Twitch. On what category, you ask? Gaming? Well, he is very popular in that substrate too, but no, in the political commentary sphere. He is, in fact, Twitch #1 political commentator. Now, how did this happen, you ask? Well, I think one of the reasons could be the fact that his name is now one of the most searched words on Google search engine above, for example, the NBA, among other things. So I'm sure that that's a contributing factor. But it's not all there is to it. And also, I'd like to underline while I'm at it, since ASMR seems to be #1, I think I should probably open an ASMR channel. Metatron ASMR with helmets, but I digress. Let's first and foremost frame this in the most coherent way, and then we'll go into the takes. So I'll begin by, rather than talking about who he is, I want to talk about what Asmongold is, and in order to do it, I'm going to give a definition in reverse. So let's retro-engineer it. What Asmongold is not is a political commentator, regardless of any given success in the space. He's a gamer who comments on politics. And to be precise, he's a gamer who provides commentary on politics.
We probably need to watch the rest of it, but that's a good description. He's not in it for like, if you want to watch somebody, I mean, there's probably other creators who really focus on politics, who know the laws and all this and stuff. Asmongold is not one of them. Okay, he's a gamer. He started off, posting, streaming World of Warcraft, and then he branched off being like a multi-streamer, like with other games and stuff. He doesn't really play World of Warcraft anymore, not like he used to. He plays all kinds of games. Then politics came in, and he's just like your average gamer. I think that's why people are, what's the word I'm looking for, like, man, I'm having brain fart, attracted to him. There we go, had the brain fart. But are attracted to him because, I mean, first and foremost, he's a good gamer. Now, I'm not a good gamer, but he's a gamer. Good gamer, that's kind of debatable. Okay. But he's a gamer, first of all. And he talks about the stuff and a lot about Donald Trump, which if you watch his content, I mean, he just uses Donald Trump for like content. Because I don't like Donald Trump all that much, but I will say, like, reacting to him, he makes good content. Okay, at the end of the day, he does, like, the shit he says, the shit he does, people want to watch it. I just can't, personally, I can't bring myself to watch that much of him. But anyways, that's besides the point. He's a gamer first, and he kind of reacts to politics and all that. So that's a good description. Let's see what more this guy, Metatron.
It's usually through the prism of the culture war in relation to gaming specifically. So, in most cases, there is that connection, a tether, if you will. Although these days, I've seen him comment on policy and news too from time to time. Still, once you frame it that way, a gamer who comments on politics, you'll be able to understand how he can be based on certain topics, mostly those relating to common sense within the gaming space, but also, at the same time, fall short on other more complex issues.
Yeah.
That's to be expected. He clearly doesn't have a background in political science, international economic theory, nor history, so he will lack in those areas when he gives an opinion, and people should keep that in mind. If you're commenting on, say, economic policy, a full grasp, for instance, of the socioeconomic underpinning of any given item in discussion would be required to have a complete picture and therefore come to a reasonable conclusion. Yet, in my experience, whenever we talk about Asmongold, we talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is Asmongold. So what do I mean by that? Imagine you have a D20 right now and you roll it. Unless it's gaming, with which I often agree with his takes, particularly when it comes to politics and games, you have to roll your dice, the D20, to represent Asmongold's positions. Sometimes, if you get any number from 2 to 10, my reaction to what he's saying will be, oh gosh, I don't know. No, I don't think I can agree with that. You roll again and you get between 11 and 19. I will say, you know what he just said makes perfect sense. Yeah, sure, I agree. Sometimes he rolls a 1. In those cases, I'll go, ooh, no, oh no, no. I'm sorry, no. Although then again, to give credit to the man, he usually apologizes publicly for those takes. And other times, sometimes you roll a 20. When that happens, I say, Asmongold, based. So which one we're going to encounter today? Well, I've got a few videos prepared.
So far, I want to see what he's about to react to. But so far, I'm in the same boat as Metatron, this guy right here. I'm in, because that's how I feel a lot of times. Like, I don't, sometimes what Asmongold says, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Probably, nah. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's the base take right there. I don't know why some people were getting mad because he said that. Like, that's just base take. Because I feel like Asmongold, he's a lot of time, you know, the reason he has a big audience and stuff, he just says what a lot of us are thinking at the end of the day, especially the average person, you know, the middle to lower class people. He speaks to us. I would say, I can't even say middle class anymore after I figure out how much money middle class makes. I'm not even middle class. I'm under middle class. So a lot of takes I do agree with. There's that chance when he rolls like a 1 and a 2. I'm like, ugh, nah, brother, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. But I want to see what he has to say.
Based. So which one we're going to encounter today? Well, I've got a few videos prepared, so then we can see which dice we roll and what number we get. In fact, just for fun, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll, and let's see what we get. Roll the dice. Woohoo! Okay, this was not a good take, Asmongold. Next. Ooh, Asmongold, that was pretty good. Now, for the analysis to be complete, usually when it comes to criticism towards Asmongold, this is twofold. On one side, people say he's a React channel, and then we can go into the legal and moral analysis of this section. And then on the other side, there is the accusation of Asmongold being a right-wing grifter. So how about we deconstruct these, and I'll share with you my honest opinion on all of these. When we talk about React channels, I'm gonna be honest with you, I occasionally do React videos myself. It's lazy content. It's the easiest type of content that a creator can make. I personally usually choose to do React videos when I'm busy preparing something more research that requires time and there is a...
He's right. Yeah, you may be like, but Fonzie, this is a React right now. I know. And I agree with him. It's lazy. That's why you notice sometimes I will create my own videos with maybe, now this is a blue moon, create a script and everything, write stuff down, you know, research things. That's very rare because I'm a terrible writer. You know me, I'm very dyslexic. That barely happens, but you will see I will create my own videos and stuff that I'm already very knowledgeable on. And notice they're mostly like games. I don't know much about politics or anything. I don't know much about what really happens during development and stuff. Now I may see some stuff, read some stuff every once in a while, so I can I don't know, like a little tiny bit understand, but it's mostly like probably like on a game, you know. And I've been in the gaming space for a while. I may have not created videos and all that and stuff, but I've been playing games for like almost over 20 years. I've seen it all. I played, I wouldn't say I played it all, but I played quite a few. I mean, over the last, I can't really say over the last like year. I think 2009, 10, 8, somewhere around there, I got into MMOs. That was like when I was like a junior, sophomore, junior, and senior in high school. That's when I started getting into MMOs. The dates may be off a little bit, but it was a long period where I didn't really mess with MMOs and stuff like that. But I got into DC Online, got into ESO Online and stuff. Then I kind of broke away from that because my brother got me into that. Then later I started dabbling into MMOs again. So like I have blind spots in gaming, but I would say I'm starting to round myself out. So when I'm talking about games, I have quite a bit of experience in games. And that's the reason like I may not get my words off like I want to sometimes, but trust me, I've seen a lot, played a lot, and I can understand like why a game fails or why a game succeeds, or I can see if a game's gonna last or not, you know. But you know, the point I'm trying to make, yes, reaction content is lazy content. And that's the reason I do it sometimes, because it's easier. It's easier to get out. But a lot of times I do like to create my own content at the end of the day. But it takes a lot of work. I know I probably need to break away from this mindset, but in my mindset, I have to have a video out every day. I'm not good at editing and stuff like that and writing scripts and all that on my own. I'm just not good at that. So reaction content, I can get that out a day, then I can probably stockpile stuff like days ahead, and that allows me to work on the content I really like to create. I'm sorry, this is a tangent, my bad. Let's see what he has to say.
Certain level of production value. Those take time. So in the meantime, I'll produce a couple of fillers that are React videos. I try to provide commentary that is interesting, congruent, and cohesive, considering the topic at hand, particularly when it comes to history. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter how you look at it, React content is lazy. So, Asmongold, since his channel is mostly React, compared to channels that do full production and research, is lazy. He still puts a lot of work in it, because I imagine he's live for a monumental amount of hours. So comparatively,
Not really.
he's lazy. But I think he would accept that, at least for what I understand. He would say, yeah, sure, I'm lazy compared to other creators. But is it illegal what he's doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep pausing it. Sorry, YouTube, but I just want to say, like, it is really lazy on his part. I do watch Asmongold. I do like him. I like him. I don't agree with his takes all the time, but he makes a lot of money. He could hire editors. He could have a higher production if he really wanted to. Someone like me, who only has like what, 1,300 subscribers on YouTube, then only have like 80 something on Twitch. I'm not big. I don't make any money off this really. So for me, React content is like it helps me to get better content out there, you know. If I can post, you know, save up 5 or 6 reaction videos, post that out, it will help me out in the long run, because I can create, you know, better productions with my other content. You know, like I said, I have to edit everything, work on the visuals, the sound design. That's all me. Sometimes I do a terrible job, but at the end of the day, it's all me. Asmongold, he makes a lot of money. He could probably just hire somebody to do a lot of to edit his videos, do better production. He does have editors. That's who posts to his YouTube his YouTube channel, and we see how that editing is. He could do a better job.
And most importantly, is it immoral? And I would like to respond to this because, due to the fact that I've done a little bit of React myself, I've had those accusations. From the legal perspective, we need to discuss the fair use disclaimer, which under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, I got it right in front of me, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, education, research, scholarship, and, as I said, in general, commentary. So, from a legal perspective, strictly speaking, as long as it provides enough commentary in order to make his reaction content transformative in nature, he's doing nothing illegal, and nor am I whenever I do a React video. Now let's talk about the moral aspect of this. I like being thorough when I do these examinations, as well as fair spot. Is it morally wrong to produce React content? Usually people that complain about this, I know myself because of the comments I get, they say that React channels are content thieves, in the sense that someone else with a much smaller channel produced a video, the big React commentator reacts to the video, they are stealing their spotlight, they are stealing their views. This is never or almost never beneficial to the creator that is being watched, and therefore this practice is highly immoral. Now, the situation,
I would say they're highly wrong about that because, okay, someone small like me, I'm going to give me, for example, for the small creators, nobody's going to really see my videos. Now, I had like one video blow up. It was a long time ago. That's how I got to like 1,000 something subscribers. But nobody's going to see my video. Like this video he posted. So, okay, this is 2 weeks ago. Now, somebody posting a video an hour ago, let's say, then me posting it like 2 hours later, reacting to it, nobody's gonna see that really. Their video is gonna be probably blow up more than it is gonna blow up more than my video, especially if they have more subscribers. Now, I'll say it's a little murky and sketchy, like when it's a bigger content creator, right? Like someone like Asmongold or somebody who has millions of subscribers, they react to somebody who just posted their video like 5 hours ago or whatever. Well, yes, some people are going to go to the original video and watch them, subscribe to them, especially if someone like Asmongold, tells them to, right? But it's gonna, at the end of the day, that React content is gonna you know what word I'm looking for, dyslexia. It's gonna do that to the original video at the end of the day. But if somebody like big react to somebody smaller to them, and they asked, or in general, if they ask the person if they can react to their content, most likely the person's going to be like, can you wait a few days? Especially if they're not too small, if they're kind of a bigger creator, or their peers, they're probably going to ask if they can wait a couple of days. Let the original video cook a little bit. I think that's fine at the end of the day, because the original video in the timeline, in the algorithm, it's only going to last so long. Okay, that's what I've learned. And by some chance, down the line, it may blow up, but usually if they're a big creator, they're going to get their views in a few hours, the few days, going to blow up. So just having that person wait a little bit to react to it and have their audience see it, then telling them to go to the original video, to the original channel and stuff, and subscribe and watch their content, helps them out, and especially for small content creators. You know, let's say I create a video, not a react, just create a video, and this guy, I don't know how many subscribers he has. He has almost 1 million, and Asmongold reacts to it. Now, at the end of the day, I don't care if they ask me or not to react to something, because I know it's gonna benefit me at the end of the day, because I'm a smaller content creator. It's just all about how how the party goes about it. You know, some people don't want people to react to their content, period. That's understandable. Some people really do. It's just, I don't know. It's not a black and white thing at the end of the day. It's a gray area, because people really can benefit from react content. All right.
With this, it's a very reductive way to look at this, and it's a really case-by-case scenario. But when it comes to the kind of commentary that I provide, and also for what I've seen when it comes to Asmongold, the real question that I think we should ask is, can it ever be beneficial for a smaller channel? And I have the answer. Let's have a look at this channel, ladies and gentlemen. This channel is called The Background NPC. And we can see it's a channel with 112,000 subscribers, so it's a highly successful channel. Man, how many videos did she have to make in order to be this successful? 300, 500, 11 videos, ladies and gentlemen. How did this happen?
11 videos.
This lovely lady is a genius of algorithmic interpretation and reading within the YouTube ecosphere, or we actually see what happened, which is the man himself reacted to one of her videos.
Yep, and I was there. Like I said, I watched Asmongold, and I was there when he reacted to her video for the first time. 11 videos, right? This is why I say, like, this is beneficial for smaller content creators. They're gonna want someone like Asmongold or someone bigger to react to their content. And like, for example, like I've been in the trenches right now, and since he made this video that I'm reacting to, but she's only been posting for, I don't know, like a month or something like that, or whenever he recorded this video, I forgot. Yeah, this is 2 weeks old, so like over a month, 11 videos. Let me show you something here. I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it or anything like that, okay? 514 videos. Okay, we can go to my videos, and I know I'm not the most creative. My editing isn't the greatest or anything, but I do work on my videos sometimes. And let's go to oldest, right? 513 or 14 videos. I don't fucking know. Okay, back here 5 years ago, I wasn't really like trying to create, you know, trying to be that big in YouTube. It was like a lot of Destiny 2 videos like a year ago. Then I kind of like stopped for a while. You can see it jumps up like 2 years ago. And I would say, like, when I started showing my face and stuff, like, this is when I really started playing different games. I try to do better thumbnails and everything, you know, playing like playthroughs and stuff and all that. 514 videos. Now, if someone like Asmongold would react to like one of my stuff, that'd be amazing. That'd be so beneficial to me. And you know, she gets decent views off of them now, off her videos. But yeah, this is a good example.
She had 300 subscribers. When did he react?
300?
Freaking 10 minutes ago. So she went from 300 subscribers to 112,000 subscribers, and deservingly so. She's a lovely content creator. I think she makes really nice videos, and now she's got a career. So, and what I want to say about this is that we're going to watch, by the way, various videos. We're going to watch this, but I think she's really nice. So you should go and check her out. Not that I have the same level of influence in any way, shape, or form, of course, but I would like to encourage you because I think she's really nice as a content creator. There she is.
She is. I think I'm subscribed to her.
To complain about content theft. But how many views did she get in the original video? I don't know, but I don't think she's going to have a problem with that. In fact, I watched her reaction and she was very grateful. So in this case, this happened. You could say, yeah, but does this ever happen? Well, Penguin Zero, 16 million subscribers. His career was ignited because a bigger channel reacted to one of his videos. Jacksepticeye, 30 million subscribers. His career was kickstarted by a bigger creator that reacted to him. And there are plenty of stories like this. Given if the video in question is a horrible video, even if a big creator reacts to you, you're not going to have success. So, of course, part of this is due to the fact that she produced a good video. And also, as you can see, she's been posting, so she needs to now retain the new subscribe wave. She does have some merit into this. But let's stop pretending that when a big creator reacts to a smaller creator, it's only detrimental to the smaller creator. This is a clear evidence, and I'm all about the fact that she absolutely benefited enormous, and I'm happy for her. Look at the views. She gets more views than me, and I'm so happy for it. In fact, I'll start watching and you know what? I'm just going to subscribe to her right now. And I suggest you to go and check her out because I think she deserves it. I'm very happy that she got, look at this, 400,000 views. I have trouble getting 400. I do sometimes, but it's not easy for me to get 400,000 views. She just got 400,000 views in 6 days. That's...
Hold on. So even her, oh, look. 1,100,000 views, you know, then her reacting to, you know, him seeing the video, 400,000 views, and you know the other ones aren't, you know, they're good. They're way better than my views. I don't know what do I get a lot of times, like maybe over 100 something. I think one time I got like over 15,000 views, which that's nothing in the grand scheme of YouTube. Nothing. I know.
Sometimes, but it's not easy for me to get 400,000 views. She just got 400,000 views in 6 days. That's phenomenal. Happy for her. Now let's address the other accusation. Is E a right-wing grifter? Now, this is a situation that is a little difficult for me to express without getting annoyed, because oftentimes, even though I've expressed millions of times that all I care about is the truth, I am a very moderate individual politically, I'm not a hateful individual, I don't like extremists. Still, whenever I make a video, and if the evidence that I'm providing doesn't confirm biases on either side, people get mad. So, when I make a video and it upsets people on the left, they call me right-wing grifter. There are plenty of videos on the tube that call me a right-wing grifter. And then when I make a video that upsets people on the right, they call me woke. So
he's not. I was
Wokatron on a Monday and the Meta Chud on a Tuesday, which is logically impossible. Or I think people are getting a little easily offended. What they do is that they use the word grifter to describe, that in fact insult, simply someone who disagrees with them. But what about him? Well, first of all, let's divide it. Is he right-wing? Now, I know that some of you will say, oh, absolutely, he's right-wing. And then there will be people that say, no, he's a lefty. When I read these comments, I know that people that call him right-wing are probably lefties, and people that call him left-wing are probably...
He's in the middle. A lot of stuff, he's in the middle. If you actually watch him. Like I said, he watches a lot of Donald Trump, you know. But I would say, at the end of the day, he's kind of in the middle. Remember, he went for Bernie. Yes, he wanted Bernie when Bernie was running. Is that really right wing?
Probably right-wingers. The reality is, for what I've seen so far, and as I say, I'm trying to be fair, I think he is very right-leaning when it comes to his positions concerning the culture war within the gaming space. That's what I would say. But that
is true in gaming space.
That no conservative would ever say. So I personally think his takes are mixed. Perhaps we could...
Like I said, he's in the middle. It's like a mixed bag. Now, I will say for his gaming content, he kind of leans way far on the right side, you know, conservative. Like I will say that But if you're talking about politics, I would say like he says a lot of things that a conservative people on the right or far right wouldn't say.
Could describe him right-leaning, but he's definitely not as right-wing as a Matt Walsh. I think we can agree with that. But he's a
Yeah.
grifter. Well, how about we look at the definition of grifter, since I like being thorough. Grift, ways of getting money dishonestly that involve tricking someone. Is he getting money dishonestly?
No.
No. A grifter is a con artist, someone who obtains money by swindling or
No.
tricking others. Is he tricking?
No.
No. Someone who gets money dishonestly by tricking people, I'm going to say no.
No.
Now, within the modern political space, grifter doesn't always mean fraud, because I think this definition does not fit Asmongold. I'm trying to be honest here. He's clickbaity, occasionally I am too, but not fraud. So sometimes in the political space these days, particularly within the culture war, people use it to mean a person of online presence that uses political topics that they know will go viral in order to make a profit. Problem is that in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, this only applies to people that do this, but they don't actually believe and are not being authentic. That's my personal idea of grifting, since in the original word, at least etymologically speaking, a certain level of trickery has to be present. If you don't believe in it, and you're just making these videos because you know they will make you money in order to pander to your audience, and then once you get enough money, you forget about your audience, you go to an island and change name, then yeah, you're a political grifter, left or right. But when you do believe in this, and it does appear, to me at least, he seems to be authentic. So if you're genuine...
He is. He believes everything he says. You know, and that's one reason I like Asmongold, because, you know, like I said, I don't agree with everything he says, but what he says, he believes in it. And, you know, can his mind be changed? Yes, anyone's mind can be changed. Are some people's mind harder to change? Yes, some are easier. But is he a grifter? No, not in the end of the day. I have to see that. And I hope people don't put this tag on me, because, you know, I really don't talk about politics, but I do talk about games and stuff. And, you know, I hop game to game, but I talk about games that I enjoy at the end of the day. I'm not a grifter. Like right now, I'm on a big kick of Withering Waves. I love it and stuff. Will I be talking about Withering Waves like a month from now? I don't know. Better Gotcha game might come out that I like more than, maybe not, 'cause I really like Withering Waves. I try to talk about MMOs and stuff that I like. I'm not going to talk about an MMO or play an MMO on stream that I don't like, because I legit like these games. Like I still have, I may have made a few videos on New World back in the day. I can't remember, or I know I streamed it. I streamed it like last week. Still have that because I really like the game. Soulframe too. That game's not out yet, but I have early access to it and made a few videos on it. You know, I'm not a grifter on these games. I like to play a lot of different games and give you my thoughts and opinions and experience on these games, so you can make a better opinion on playing different games. You know, I'm not trying to be a grifter on games and stuff, but yeah.
Genuine, what you could say, because I know people in my audience, some are right wing, some are left wing. If you are left wing, you can easily say, hey, I disagree with his takes, because yeah, those takes might be right wing from your position. But calling him a grifter, it's inappropriate, simply because for me, in order to be grifting, the person should be unauthentic. And that's my opinion. Feel free, of course, to agree.
I agree.
Disagree.
I agree.
The videos that I've prepared today for you that I would like to review when I appear on camera again in 3, 2, 1. Muppet is back. Oh, no, wrong. Muppet is back. No, wrong. Goodness gracious, what is it? Technical difficulties. There we go, I'm back. Hey, good to see you. So yeah, we're going to review I want to see his take on Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's see what he has to say about Dragon Age the Veilguard, because maybe he'll get more political about it. That's in some very moderate individual. There might be some things when I'm like, I don't know if he's stepping out. Let's see. It's a 2 minutes and 30 seconds clip, so we're going to go through this one quickly, guys. I would be more than happy to do a collab, Chris, absolutely, with Asmongold, 100%.
And a lot of people that have given extremely positive and favorable reviews to a game
Bunch of liars.
that has received a tremendous amount of criticism.
Dragon Age The Veilguard is a triumphant return to form. Without a doubt, a return to form for BioWare. Return to form!
Liars. I'm going to pause it right there. Liars. I've played the old Dragon Age games. If you say Dragon Age Veilguard was a return to form, you're a liar, or you haven't played the old ones. Just saying.
Return to form. Form meaning Dragon Age. Form meaning Dragon Age Origins. If you don't know what Dragon Age Origins is,
Yeah, I know.
you will not be able to understand the depth
Dragon Age 2.
absurdity of this statement.
Yes,
Return to form! Return to form!
Dragon Age The Veilguard review.
Let's go.
a 9. That was kind of.
There's a reason YouTube got rid of dislikes. What is the dislikes be? 40K? Holy shit!
I didn't know it that high.
The tool that allows you to still see the number of dislikes is not 100% accurate, but it does give you a. So don't take
It's
it
a rough.
literal, but it does.
It's a rough number, basically. All right. I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. I know he's talking, but
Give an overall fair analysis from when it comes to the data of the ball range of. It's an estimate. Still, I can see that. I I forgot to add my dislike. I'll add it later.
I clicked on the video merely for the comments.
Sorry, I had my dislike too.
This channel exists. This isn't a review, it's sponsored content. That's fucked up.
Oh, that's wild.
I'd lied better.
Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
You're not ready. I'm not ready either. Let's watch it.
Holding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Oh,
Shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
what are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a...
I will say that looking at her, she's still hot. Now, like the narrative and like her doing push-ups because she she used the wrong pronouns. Yeah, it's really stupid. They did nerf her boobs. I think they did.
Yeah, I agree with him, but I would like to say the writers did a disservice to the people that, of course, use the pronouns and whatnot by doing this, because this is obnoxious. So the reality is, in my opinion, is
Yes, that's what. Like, there's plenty of games. This isn't going to be long. There's plenty of games that has trans characters or whatever, and when they write characters like this, it's obnoxious. It's irritating. It's frustrating. It's like, why are you throwing this in our face? Like, you're just smothering us with this. And there are games out there that people enjoy, are highly rated, and they don't get criticism like this because they know how to fucking write at the end of the day.
is that even the writers, they did it because they needed to own the freaking chuds. They didn't do it because they wanted to actually support the LGBT community and all that. Because if you do, you're going to sit down and really think, because this was a catastrophic failure. But let's be honest, people that professionally work into the R&D department or in general marketing, you're telling me that they couldn't foresee that this was going to create a massive backlash because it's cringe?
Cringe, baby.
It's just that they don't care. So I agree with him. He's right. This is stupid and it's cringeworthy. But I want to say this.
Reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it, but they just want to get the whole thing over with. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, I didn't...
That is a projection of how...
What? They make it about them. Saying a lot right there.
Ever seen one? Writer of this. You just made the entire franchise about yourself. Can we be honest about this? That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Mean it, right? I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay. Yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a bar.
Are you sure that them was the right pronoun and making them feel bad? How do you know? Did you ask? Did she ask or no? But yeah, this is the cringe fest, noble ones. This is a cringe fest.
Puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess. They fix it. Done.
I cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be such a good day for me. I'm going to wake up early. What's this dialogue? It's not dialogue. It's a sermon.
Based.
Yeah.
It is he's absolutely right.
Preaching to
100%.
us.
I was expecting, by the way he was described,
It's preaching to us, shoving it down our throats. And a lot of people don't like that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those people. I don't like it. I just don't shove it down my throat. I don't like anything shoved down my throat. Okay. Shoved in my face. Don't do that. And I would appreciate these games a lot more. I really wanted to like Vanguard because I don't mind the combat. That one character and some of the story, dialogue and stuff killed it for me.
based. It's exactly what it is. It's a sermon. Indoctrinating sermon, in fact. It is. It's a sermon. Even if you agree with it, you could say it's a sermon. You could agree with it. I know my audience is mixed. Some people in the comments will be like, no, I'm left-leaning. Fine. You agree with it, but it's still a sermon. He's correct. He's right. At this point, someone watches this and says, oh, Asmongold is a horrible, toxic individual. I think they're just saying it because they don't like that the guy has...
They disagree with what he's saying. Yeah.
on this specific matter, by the way. And some of his takes are clearly left-leaning, not in the culture war. In the culture war, I guess a lot of his takes would be considered right-leaning. Although for me, what I've seen up to this point, it was freaking common sense. It's not even... I understand that everything has become political. I can't even say that I like freedom of speech without people calling me a fascist, which is the craziest disconnection from reality that I've ever seen. Because, yeah, if being pro-freedom of speech makes you a fascist, then you have to explain to me how is it possible that during the fascist regime in
I'm so ready because, I mean, I've been holding back a lot. And like I said, I agree with a lot of stuff Asmongold says. Not everything, but I'm waiting for that one comment where somebody called me a fascist, you know? You're like, what the? First of all, I'm black. Like, what are you talking about? Just because you disagree with me? Okay.
Italy, you could not go to Rome and say Mussolini is a monster because they would have shot you on the spot.
Damn. Huh. He's a monster. Wow.
And that's my moderate take when it comes to these things. As long as someone is polite, as long as someone asks me politely, hey, I have this other name, I will use their preferred name.
Yeah.
Because I use the name Metatron, and you guys are very nice. Telling me Metatron, calling me Metatron, appreciate it's not my birth name, and fine. And when it comes to preferred pronouns, don't you even try with the crazy ones like bunny, bunny self, demon, demon self, never gonna happen. I'm never gonna say it even at GUN point. But when it comes to she or he, the regular pronouns, as long as someone asks me politely, I will do it out of politeness. With that being said, if someone like Dylan Mulvaney, who made a statement publicly, said that it is the belief of this creator that people should go to jail if they don't use the preferred pronoun, then I will not use it on purpose. Just...
Is that true? Is that true? That's outrageous. I agree with him. I'll use the pronoun you want, like, you know, he, she, anything like that. I might say they, them, too, maybe, but I have a problem with that. Okay, first of all, I'm fucking dyslexic, okay? So you're just making it hard on me when you say they them, because that's not how you use it. That's for multiple people. What are y'all doing? You're just making it harder on some people. They them. Where the rest of them? Huh? Where's the rest of them? Where they at? Oh, it's just you? That is not they them. It's not. But if you're gonna cause a big ass scene and everything, fuck it. Like, they them doesn't make any sense at all. But let's go. We're gonna use it. Let's go about our business after that.
To show a resistance against people who want to take away my freedom. Now, if you disagree with that and you want to say, no, I don't want to use any preferred pronoun, that's your freedom. If you instead go more left and you want to say, no, I use all pronouns, everything, bunny, vampire, self, whatever this case, it is your freedom, as long as the freedom of the individual is not being taken away by a government that shouldn't have any business into what people say unless what they are saying leads to a crime. That's the only case in which, within at least the United States Constitution where I live, speech is not protected. Government has no business in my freedom of expression. So once again, you're a nice person, you're lovely, you're not one of those crazy activists, and you tell me, look, I actually have gender dysphoria, like clinically proven, and you want me to use your preferred pronoun, I'll do it because you're being nice and you're asking me nicely.
Yes.
I look at the person. But if you're one of those who's going to be like, if you don't say it, you'll be cancelled, I'll say it to make a stand. I'll use the opposite pronoun in that case.
Love it. Good. Oh my gosh. Good video. So Metatron, hope I'm saying his name right, almost at 1 million subscribers, right? He's at 986,000. 986,000. I'm going to subscribe to him. And chat, I'm going to link this video if you want to watch it yourself. All right. But good video. I actually really liked this video.